straight ahead to a little town called Rio de Catorce, Royal 14. It's a very old historic town. There's only two ways in and out. One through a tunnel and one through a very steep road. And I am going to go up through the tunnel. A little bit of a dust devil going across the street, and this is the road up to Rio de Catorce, and that sign, you can't tell, it actually says 24 kilometers. So this cobbled road the whole way up to the top of the mountain. This is about the last kilometer, and sun shining on the cobbles, and it makes it look slick, and it is a little bit. I've been up here in the rain and on a motorcycle. This is not fun because you slide. It's like riding on ice. So when we come around the corner, we come to the tunnel. I've been up here quite a few times, so it's familiar to me, but I've never done any video on it. So, bienvenidos Rio de Catorce. So I thought I would come back and video it for me and for you, whoever you may be. Okay, let's see what the situation is. So this is the tunnel. So your eyes adjust, it's a little bit strange. As you're driving on cobbles, so you're kind of bouncing all over the place. If I was by myself, I would have my lights on full so I could see a little bit more. But it's actually surprisingly not that dusty. So I have a hotel booked, which is when I come through the tunnel, when I come out. It's one of the first streets up to the right, very, very steep street. Tried to call the woman about 20 times that owns it. Finally got through. I had somebody call on my behalf, and they wanted a down payment with a bank transfer. So the hotel I stayed at last night, I asked the guy at the hotel there, would he call and just confirm that I was coming and I was paying with cash, because I'm not a Mexican. I can't do the bank transfer as easy as she thought. And I'll take 2 nights, and she was, yeah, no problem. So hopefully she's true to her word. I told her I'd be here in the early afternoon, and right now it's just after 2 o'clock. So I'm expecting it to be busy, very, very busy. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know if you can on the camera. I'm looking over the top of the cars. Okay, here's the end of the tunnel. It said 7.8 on the other side. Let's see how long the tunnel actually is. so it was 7.6 kilometers long. My hotel is a right, a left, a right. And my hotel is, the turn is 50 meters. I wonder if the street is blocked or not. It's a one way, so I have to go through the town. So my hotel is up there. I believe I can. Okay. See how narrow this is? Now to get in the hotel. She's just behind me, down the hill. Okay, into the hotel before the horses get there. Here we are, out of breath and hot. Oh, good to be here.
Stand here. This is the Agorio Hotel, and if you're not familiar with Rio de Catorce or R14 or however you want to say it, it's an old mining town that's in a valley and very steep roads. So the place where I'm staying up there, this is a one-way road and you come into town from the other direction, so you have to go all the way around the whole town. I'll show you a video of that to be able to come to the top of the hill to get into the to get in there. So it's a bit of a trek, but I'll give you a little walk around town, show you. This town was abandoned quite a few decades ago. The tunnel collapsed, the tunnel into town, so the place was abandoned and they dug out the tunnel. Now it's like a thriving tourist place. I got here yesterday on a Sunday, and on the weekends it's absolutely packed. But hopefully today not so much. But it is a couple of days before Christmas. I'm the only non-Mexican in town that I've seen. I haven't seen anybody else that's besides anybody else that's not Mexican, basically. So it's in full swing, and interesting to see just life on a daily basis. Down here ahead is the main square, the Plaza Principal. take a walk up one of the very steep streets and give you a view back. This town will test your fitness. Seriously, test your fitness. Oh, I'm a little out of breath. So I stood at this point yesterday waiting for a very specific photo. And the specific photo, I'll drop on the screen right now, is pretty iconic to Rio de Catorce. They use the old Jeeps. They use them as taxis and tour vehicles. So I try to get it with nothing too modern in there, so you get a 1950s, 1960s vibe. So let me know if you like it. This is the backside of Rio de Catorce that a lot of people don't come to. It's not the touristy part. It's where the donkeys are. Hey, donkey. I'm going to see if I can get up on the hillside on the other side so I have a view back towards the town. So this is a view from the other side looking back at Rio de Catorce, and I'm staying in the Red Hotel, and I'm the third window from the left on the lower level. But that gives you an idea of the steepness of the street. And you can see people, the speed that people are walking up the hills. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It wears you out. And there's the tunnel. I'm not going to exit that way. I'm going to go back through town, take the old road, and that's the old mine up on the hillside. It's nice and quiet today. It's good. Down there is the old mine buildings. And that's where the route tomorrow passes by those. If you look way off in the distance, down there, that's the road I'm taking out tomorrow. That's the back way out of town. It drops me by the Tropic of Capricorn, I think. And from there, then I'll keep going downhill, head to San Luis Potosí.